What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another top 5 list. Now, I am a huge fan of Pokemon. Well, you can see that I make a lot of Pokemon videos. And I like to talk about a lot of interesting things. I do a lot of top 10s, do a lot of Let's Plays, do all these interesting things involving Pokemon. One thing I really never talked about is Pokemon moves. Sure, every Pokemon has moves. They have 4 moves they can learn, and you balance and make different movesets based on how the Pokemon acts with respective skills. However, let's count down the top 5 moves that are absolutely awful. Now, there's a lot of moves that are subpar and should not ever be used. Well, these 5 are actually so bad, they should never be used by any Pokemon. So with that, let's take a look at the top 5 most useless moves in Pokemon. At number 5, we have Focus Energy. Now, Focus Energy is not actually a bad move. What it's meant to do is increase the critical rate percentage, which is actually very interesting. However, it is at number 5 on this list for one simple reason. In Generation 1, it actually cut your critical rate percentage. Yeah, so in one generation of Pokemon, this move is actually 100% useless and actually hurts you. So based on the fact that, it will actually hurt you in battle other than helping you, it's number 5 on this list. Sure, maybe now Generation 1 seems kind of silly because we have 5 generations soon to be 6. However, that's pretty big. To have a move that's supposed to help you hurt you in battle like that, it deserves to be number 5 on the list. And don't worry, we got a bunch of moves that actually hurt you more than help you on this countdown. Speaking of Pokemon moves that actually help the opponents have hurting them, number 4 is Present. Now, Present is the signature move of Delibird, a Pokemon which I am personally not a huge fan of. I think this Pokemon is awful, and I really hate this thing. But besides my opinion on Delibird, this move is awful. It has a 20% chance of actually healing your opponent by 80 HP. Wow, 80 HP is a decent amount of HP, and you don't want to heal the opponent. Sure, you can do damage to this thing, but already you had an 80% chance of already helping the opponent. And doing 120 base, which is actually good, 120 base power in a move, would be helpful. However, it's only 10% chance. So 70% of the time, you're going to do a move that's not even that powerful, and 20% of the time, you can actually heal the opponent. Why would you use this? Delibird, you are really bad, man. At number 3, we have Bestow. Now, Bestow is a Generation 5 normal type move. What it does, it gives the opponent your held item. Why? Why would you want to do that? Unless you're going to poison the enemy, which already seems dumb because you already have to poison your own Pokemon, why would you ever use this move? Why would you want to give the opponent your item? It just doesn't seem to make much sense. I don't really understand why you would ever want to give your opponent your own item. Usually you'd want to give your item something that, is useful to your Pokemon. Why would you want to give it away to someone else? And if you were trying to poison or use another item that could affect the opponent negatively, well, guess what? You're still having the item to start. So it doesn't really make sense to me why this would exist and why you'd ever use it in competitive battles or even in the regular game. It just seems silly. Unless you want to make the game even harder for yourself, yeah, you can give the opponent an item. But other than that, I can't see a real reason to use Bestow. It just seems like you're bestowing a bad move on your Pokemon. Come on, cut it out. At number 2, we have Splash. Now, I know Splash is supposed to be number 1 on this list, but don't worry, number 1's much worse. Splash, for all the jokes that we made about Magikarp and Phoebus, is awful. Let's be honest, it's an awful move. What it does is nothing. Nothing happens. So at least all these other moves we've seen so far do something, even if it is negative, but they actually do something in battle. Splash doesn't. Splash just happens. It's like an experience where, we've all been there. We've all fought that trainer who had 6 Magikarp and just like, oh god. Oh god. It just keeps going and going. Maybe Splash is just there to make fun of, and obviously we are making fun of it now, but it's not the worst move in Pokemon. There's still one worse move, and it kind of scares me to say that Splash, while it is bad, at least it's funny. This next move is funny in the sense that you feel bad. So, let's cut to number 1 and show you why Splash is not the worst move in Pokemon. However, it is close. Finally, the worst move in Pokemon is Memento. Memento is a dark type move introduced in Generation 3. And what it does is it kills your Pokemon in exchange for lowering the attack and special attack of your opponent by 2 stages. Where do I begin? First off, at least none of the other moves on this list kill your Pokemon. What the hell? Who would come up with this? Who would ever use this move? Why would you sacrifice your own Pokemon just to lower someone's attack and special attack? That seems foolish. Second off, why does this exist? I would never see a situation I would ever have to use where I have to sacrifice a Pokemon to just lower someone's attack and special attack. At least Present does some attacking damage, and Focus Energy may actually help you, even if you're not playing Generation 1. It may still help you. I just don't understand. At least Splash is funny. Splash is funny. Memento is just sad. Why would you kill your own Pokemon? It just doesn't make sense, you know? It just doesn't make sense why I would ever do that. And that's my list. Those are the 5 worst moves in Pokemon. Do you have any other suggestions? You think you can top a Pokemon killing itself just to lower someone's attack and special attack? Leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time.